It's time to check in with the man, the CEO, and the founder, and an incredible personality in our sport and beyond, Diaa Nour. Here he is, our Ventum. It's Mr. Ventum. Can I call you that? Is that okay?
You can call me anything you want, Michael. Great to
Okay.
see you and
No,
Edie both.
no, no,
It's
no, no, no,
been
no,
a
no,
while.
Dia. You might not want to
Great to see
open
you,
that
brother. It's
door.
good to have you on the show. I'm gonna. We're a family show, so let's just move right on through. But it's great to have you here.
Thank you both for having me. I have to tell you, just seeing the pier behind you right now, it just gave me such an emotion because we all know what it should look like
Yeah.
on today, the day before the race. So yeah, it gave me it's quite emotional to actually join you guys. But thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Of course.
Yeah, no. So, Dia, all week we've been seeing Heather Fuhr on the incredible Ironman, the Ventum bike, the Ironman inspired Ventum bike, and in fact, I think she's out on the Kona pier right now on a little ride break. We've got Heather Fuhr on the pier. Tell us, Dia, tell us about the gorgeous bike we're looking at right now, and how Ironman and Ventum have teamed up to create these special edition designs that are hand painted right here in the United States.
Absolutely, yeah. So we've come out, including this design, we've come out with about 12 to 13 now designs, ranging from obviously World Championship designs to the IMVR designs as well. They're all hand painted in the United States. We can also make additional customizations where we can put an athlete's name on them. And as you can see right there on the screen, I mean, it is the Ventum one. It is the ultimate triathlon machine that we really made for this race. And I don't know if you guys remember this from the last show, but when we created the Ventum One, we used Kona and all its challenges to make this bike. And what I mean by that is, for example, the 1.4 liter hydration bottle allows you to carry so much nutrition that you can blast by some aid stations. We all know how hot Kona can be pretty much any time of the year, but specifically in October. So yeah, so that helps you really. And we're the only bike company in the world still that is faster with hydration on than off. So this bottle, unlike any other bottle and bottle cage that slows you down and creates drag, this bottle actually helps you go faster. So that's one of them. And then the other thing that I would say about the Kona conditions are the winds. So when we created the Ventum One, we used the yaw angles, and yaw angles essentially is wind directions of the last 10 years prior to us making that bike. So every wind condition that was seen in the race for a better part of a decade, we used that in the wind tunnel to replicate it to try to make the bike as fast as possible under those conditions. So truly, it is inspired by the Ironman World Championship. It is made for this race, and it's so nice to see it painted the way it's painted right now. It really solidifies this amazing partnership.
For sure. Awesome. Well, thanks. That is, I mean, truly designed in Kona for Kona. Let's talk to one of our previous queens of Kona. If you can hear me, Heather, I just am curious. I mean, you've been on this bike, you've ridden it through the log fields alone, not competing, but how have you liked it so far in those conditions?
Hi, Michael. It's been awesome. First time on the bike last week, and then I've ridden it a couple of times. And to be honest, it feels like a little rocket ship. It's amazing. It's so comfortable, but at the same time so functional, and you can tell how aero it is. So it's been an amazing ride.
Outstanding.
That's great. That's great. So, Dia, you guys are always coming up with creative ways to offer Ironman athletes, both virtual and otherwise, great deals and benefits. Tell us about some of the rewards that you're currently offering currently for athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a couple of different promotions right now. One is it's open to anyone who purchases an Ironman branded bike. They get a free race entry. So that's a really good deal. And hopefully we'll get back to
Wow.
U.S. racing very, very
I
soon.
know. I'm like,
At least, yeah. But then specifically for the folks that are joining us on VR, every VR race you participate in, you're accumulating points, and those points directly translate to discounts on any Ironman product, including this beautiful Ironman VR paint scheme that you're looking at there. So yeah, those are the two programs that we're doing right now that are quite interesting.
So tell me about this, because one of the things that's unique, one of the many things, is that you can offer custom paint to anyone. So tell us about that process, how people go about designing their own bike. How could I get in there and make the Vato speed machine, for example, something like that?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The sky's the limit when it comes to custom paint. You work with several members of our team. One is our graphic designer who will really take your ideas and put them on on paper, so to speak, but on screen, and it will give you several different options. From there, once you like what when you decide on the actual paint scheme, it goes to a pretty complex paint process. And again, these are all hand painted, so there's never two alike, and it is very labor consuming. But the product that comes out, as you can see, is just absolutely splendid.
So cool.
Now, I have to ask this, Diaa. You guys had a design competition earlier in the year, and some of the designs that came out from people just participating online were extraordinary. Would we have access to some of those? Because some of those were remarkable.
You know what? Absolutely. In fact, I'll ask my team to send you the top 10. I was blown away by some of the designs. I mean, some people can get so creative, and honestly, I wish I could have painted all of them. But yeah, absolutely. Maybe we'll send those designs to you.
I would think that would be a great idea because some of those I was voting along in the process, and some of those were extraordinary. So that's awesome.
Cool stuff. So Diaa, let me ask you this. A while back, you jumped into one of our VR races, and you kind of took the pandemic as an opportunity to get fitter, get healthier, take your training back into your own hands. Tell us about that a bit and how you're doing currently still with those fitness goals and plans.
Yeah, absolutely. I took the opportunity of the pandemic to try to get back in shape. Obviously, as a member of this team, I'm on the road a lot, and I put on, let's just say, a couple of pounds. So I started doing some challenges, and one was how many miles can you put in a week? How many miles can you climb in a week? And those were all indoors on my trainer. I mean, Techno Gym should probably hire me. I probably know that trainer better than anyone at this point. And I started getting on Ruby, and yeah, I ended up putting 1,000+ miles in a week, climbing a couple of Everests in a week. I ended up also running rim to rim to rim of the Grand Canyon, which is about 50 miles and 14,000 feet of elevation, and that was our ascending and descending. And so you just got to find ways to keep you healthy, keep you motivated until we can get past this this new era of ours that we're trying to get past, and then get back to racing. I also, for my 40th birthday, I know I can't believe it myself, but turned 40 just last month, and I ran 40 miles for my 40th birthday. So doing everything I can to stay healthy, stay motivated. The tough part's coming. It's getting a bit colder in Utah. And I'm so cannot look forward enough to the race seasons and the races to come back on, so that we can I can use this fitness to maybe put us some to show off a little bit. So
that's great. Diaa, we're just about a minute away from the start of our Ruby ride. So just in 30 seconds, we've been asking everyone this week, this year's Ironman theme, E Olamau, just keep living. In 30 seconds, tell me what that means to you.
Just keep living means, just keep persevering for me. We never thought that this pandemic would last, at least I never thought it would last this long. So, try to be the best self that you can be. And that's what I believed in this year. And I'm trying to give myself the opportunity to be the best self physically, but also mentally. And I hope everybody can do the same. And this will be over soon enough.
Awesome. CEO of Ventum, Diaa, we'll see you soon.